And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Black and White Takes. Alex, CK, how we doing today?
Chilling, bro. Good to be back another week.
Yeah, man, it's good to be back. We're gonna dive right into it. The playoff stage is set. We got the Knicks and Pacers, and then we got the T Wolves and OKC. It's pretty crazy. So, with that being said, I have a question for you guys. The stage is set. Who is the best remaining player in the NBA playoffs? Alec, we'll start with you.
I'm gonna go with Ant Edwards, Mr. Ant Man. Send a video himself. And then should I give a runner up or just one player?
I mean, dude, I don't know. You're confident that it's Ant? You have a
Yeah,
close second?
a close second would probably be Jalen Brunson. Yeah.
Dang. I think I might
But I'm
be
on
going
Team
to.
Ant Man, bro.
Yeah, I know you've been on him from the start. Kind of made some bold claims that what he was gonna do, and he's lived up to it, man. But I mean, I'm not gonna give him flowers for beating Steph. I mean, the one game Steph played 13 minutes and he lost, so he hasn't taken that crown yet. For me, man, I don't know. CK, you got a guy? I haven't really thought this one through yet.
Yeah, this is a tough one, man. I feel like we should probably do the runner-up thing. Like, let's give top two. Is that fair?
Yeah, go ahead. Give me your top two, brother.
I want to say, give me Shea, only because obviously he's the regular season MVP. Even though he struggled a lot against this Denver Nugget team, I still think that he is arguably, if not the best player in basketball. So give me Shea at one, and then I'll go
You
with
still have
Brunson
faith?
at two.
You still have faith in you still have faith in Shea even after that playoff series?
Yeah.
You liked what you saw?
No, I mean, like I said, he didn't play all that great, but I mean, I don't think we have any tier one superstars left, like any top five players, I should say. So it's kind of just a bunch of guys that are up and coming. We're gonna have a new champion this year, so
Wild. I kind of have a different angle for this. So I think the best basketball player that's left is probably Tyrese Halliburton. The best player left, I probably would agree with Alec and go Anthony Edwards.
Why do you have Halliburton there?
Best basketball player and best player.
Best basketball player in the terms of for example, I don't think Steph was ever a better individual player than LeBron, but I think Steph has, for his career, been a better basketball player than LeBron in terms of kind of just being in the right spots, with what he's limited to defensively, in terms of making shots, playing off ball, playing within a system. He's just an overall better basketball player than LeBron. LeBron's able to do more than Steph with the ball and as an individual basketball player because he's 6'8", 6'9", a freak athlete, and also really talented as well. But so in terms of who I would rather on my team in the playoffs, I think Tyrese Halliburton has to be talked about. I think he's probably the most dude, he's such a good point guard. I'm people love to hate on him, but he makes clutch plays, good defender, good rebounder, great passer, great at controlling the pace of the play for the Pacers and really getting them and controlling game flow for them. We've seen it with the T-Wolves in the last series against the Warriors, against a terrible Warriors team. How many turnovers that T-Wolves team gets, how sloppy they play at times. So I don't know. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but that's probably where I stand.
Wait, you said Hallie and who was the second one?
Ant, in terms of just I think Ant's probably Ant's the best player, man. If you need someone to go get a bucket, Ant's on that short list. And then JB too.
Yeah, I said JB because we haven't talked about the Knicks once on this podcast, man. The Knicks
dude, are we going to do it? Are we going to talk about the Knicks?
But Brunson is the truth.
Dude, I feel like the only time we talk about the Knicks is just talking about how sugary Karl Anthony Towns is. Now we have to actually talk about him from a basketball standpoint. I was not looking forward to this day, man.
Neither was I, but we somehow skipped over it for almost 3 weeks.
Dude.
But
Crazy.
them boys, OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges, kind of dog walked Tatum and Jaylen Brown.
For sure, man. For sure. And I feel like it's kind of been destiny, man. Like with the new Pope, being from Villanova, you got 3 Villanova guys on the Knicks. Like, dude, get your bets in. This might be the year that they take it all. Restore the dignity back in New York City.
Bing bong, bro. Bing bong.
Yeah, so I mean, like, it's hard to think about this series, Jay. I guess, are you still pretty heavy on this Pacers team getting it done and going to the finals, or?
Yeah, man. Give me the Pacers to win the finals at plus 640, I think I saw today.
Jeez.
Dude, if you look across, I know we're not talking about it yet. We'll get into it, but I think the Pacers are the best.
But
No, you're good. No, we're good. I was gonna skip over to the T-Wolves OKC, but the Pacers are the best basketball team we have in terms of, like, if you just watch them, like, they actually get into what they want. They get open shots. They defend. Like, they use all 5 guys. They're incredibly deep. They're a really good watch. I don't know what you guys think. The Knicks are just hard to watch. The Knicks are just hard to watch at times, dude. Like, they're a grinded out, gritty team that, like, honestly looks like they are gasping for air and, like, one possession away from a guy just collapsing on the basketball court.
Dude, I don't think they've looked tired yet.
Really?
No.
Against the Pistons, they look tired.
Yeah, crazy. I didn't think they were going to make it out of that series, man. 3 weeks later. Knicks are still breathing.
Here we are talking about them. So you guys want to jump into the Knicks Pacers series?
Yeah, let's talk about it. So, yeah, like we just said, we haven't talked about the Knicks much at all. I was hoping we didn't have to as well. And I was also hoping we didn't have to talk about these Pacers again because they're starting to get on my nerves too. Obviously, me and Jess were both heavy on them, all around them in the first round, and then Jess stood alone in the second round after they took it to my Cavs. So here we are now.
Over here. They're printing me money.
Back in the Eastern Conference Finals for the second year in the row. Pretty crazy, just like how we've seen this team turn it up when it matters come playoff time. But I have to say, like, if I'm looking at just the odds for this series, it is surprising. I actually would have thought that this would be closer to a pick'em. I mean, it is close to a pick'em, relatively speaking, but the Knicks right now are minus 154 to win the series. Pacers plus 130 on FanDuel. So definitely juice towards the Knicks. And, I wonder how much or how different this line would be if the Pacers had a home court advantage. Like, this could very well be flip-flopped. But yeah, I mean, I think before we get into this actual series, I want to ask you, Simi, specifically. I think I know what Jesse's going to say, but whose
you don't know me
second round win was more impressive? The Knicks beating the Celtics or the Pacers beating the Cavs?
I guess they both got blessed with some injury luck. So I don't think either series was as good as it could have been. I guess the Knicks over the Celtics was more impressive odds-wise, and in my mind, because I had the Celtics to advance in that series. Yeah, I'd go with Celtics there, or the Knicks over the Celtics.
How about you, Jay?
Dude, yeah, same. The Pacers got blessed with injuries from the Cavs, and the games were competitive. Like, I think what the Knicks did in terms of just battling the storm of the Celtics was, like, really impressive, and they kept games close enough where in the fourth quarter they could beat them. And I mean, even the game of the Tatum got hurt, right? Like the Knicks were going to win that game. They were 8 points with 2 minutes left, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, or something like that. So it was an impressive series by the Knicks.
Yeah, no, I agree. I figured, at least I think it's pretty certain that it is the Knicks. And again, obviously Tatum got hurt, but they were 95% chance going to go up 3-1 regardless, if he happened to tear his Achilles or not in that moment. But yeah, I definitely am more impressed by the Knicks. But flipping back to this series now, Simi, do you see any value either way if we're just looking at the who is to win the series with the Knicks minus 154, Pacers plus 130?
Kind of tough to call a series winner right now. I don't think the Pacers have won or have lost a game one yet. They definitely won game one in their first series against the Bucks, and then
That's a good read.
Also won game one against the Cavs on the Cavs home court. So I'm honestly pretty enticed by that Pacers plus 4.5. I feel like they're never scared to go in somebody's trap and take it over. Kind of lean Pacers in game one, but hard to say for the series. This is going to be a gritty one.
Dude, and what makes this series so interesting, right? Like this is a repeat of the conference semifinal of last year, which is really cool, right? They go and add Mikal Bridges in the offseason and Cat in the offseason, right? To really, I think because of that matchup last year, they realized they were missing some wing depth, and now we get to run it back again this year and for a chance to go to the NBA Finals. The Pacers have the experience because they played the Celtics last year in this game, but I mean, you have the hunger aspect of the Knicks wanting that series back with OG getting hurt in that series too. So I think it's going to be a super gritty series. I really lean this to go to 7 games, to be honest, just because of how it's going to be played with that aspect of it.
Yeah, how far does anyone remember where it went last year? Was it 6 or 7? I know it was a long series. I just can't remember.
I couldn't tell you.
6 or 7.
Yeah, it was definitely 6 or 7.
Yeah, and let me see. I wonder what the odds are, because this could end up being a best bet if it's something we all like. Just if we're looking at the series total games, over under. Let's look at the over under. It's really juiced, so you could get over 5.5 minus 188, or you could bet. Yeah, it's not. I mean, I think that's great value.
That's
I definitely
great value.
don't see either team winning in 5 or less. But you could bet this series to go exactly 6 games plus 220, or the series to go exactly 7 games plus 186, which is interesting that you're getting better odds to bet the 6 games over the 7. So it's usually maybe.
You're good. I got you.
Oh, appreciate it. But yeah, usually it's the other way around where like you get more value betting the 7 games. So, but yeah, minus 188 over 5.5. I think that's a great
I think that's a reflection of what Alec mentioned on the game one, right? Like, I mean, I think they're expecting the Pacers to steal one, and that's why the values you have a little bit worse odds on the game 7.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see, because this game's on Wednesday as we get closer. I want to see in the Action Network app just like where the sharps are at, because it's hard for me to picture, for some reason, people taking the Knicks, especially at minus 4.5. Like that doesn't really. I don't really get this number, to be honest, especially because, yeah, we do know that the Pacers are just a team that they're playing good basketball. They come out hot. And yeah, I mean, they're going to be ready to go. Yeah, they play fast.
Dude, it's going to be a really cool series. It's going to be a really interesting matchup, I feel like, for the Knicks. I wonder how they're going to – because the Knicks' best defenders, right, you have OG and Mikal. But, I mean, the Pacers' best players aren't wing guys. Like, I mean, you got Siakam, but he's more of a role guy on this Pacers team, and you got Naismith, right, who's also a role player. So it's gonna be super interesting. Are they gonna put Hart probably on Halliburton, and then Nembhard's an interesting player prop to look out for with JB guarding him, with playing so heavily ball dominant on the offensive end. And then I know they like to run a lot of pick and roll with Nembhard. It's interesting what they're going to do with Jalen Brunson, kind of to conserve him on that end of the ball. So I really like Nembhard player. And the books have been kind of low on Nembhard's player props. So it's just like a interesting angle, something to look out for to bet.
Dude, yeah, his points and assists could be nuts.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, that's actually a great point though about just like where the Knicks' best defenders are at versus like what the Pacers have. That could actually be a big potential matchup issue, especially with, you know, seeing how they're gonna, or who Brunson's gonna guard. Because obviously we know what he can do on the offensive end, but there's always been questions when it comes to defense. So
for sure,
they'll definitely be looking to expose that. Cool. Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're all pretty much consensus leaning Pacers game 1. Give us the +4.5, right? So I'm in alignment with that.
Yeah, I like it.
That's Wednesday, right?
Yeah, that's on Wednesday. We got a game actually tomorrow, 2, which we're about to get to. But before we do, I do want to say, and Simi, I can't recall if you actually gave out who you think's going to win the series. If you don't have anything yet, I totally get it because it is a tough one, but I am in agreement with the books that I do like the Knicks to win this series though. So just FYI. So we'll see who's right this series between me and Jay. Obviously he got me the last series. So
yeah, man, I'm gonna ride high with the Pacers, man. Give me Pacers to win this series at +130. There's no reason not to like them here either.
I like it, man.
Honestly, too, what team was better, this Knicks team or the Cavs?
I mean, it should have been the Cavs, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that I really think the depth of the Pacers is going to give New York a lot of problems. We'll see.
Who's guarding Miles Turner? I was thinking about that.
Sugary boy.
Then who's guarding Siakam? Mitchell Robinson?
No, OG or Mikal.
Yeah, let's put OG there. It depends if they'll go small probably. They don't care.
Knicks cooked. Pacers in 5.
I feel like they're gonna put Brunson in so much action.
Oh yeah, they're gonna expose Brunson.
Just try to cook him all series.
They're gonna expose the whole Knicks team, bro. They're gonna play so fast. Like it's gonna be bad. I don't like this matchup for the Knicks, but wait, no, I haven't been wrong before, have I? With the Pacers.
Yeah, we'll see, man. It's gonna be a good series. All right, let's pop over to the Western Conference Finals. We have the Oklahoma City Thunder against the Minnesota Timberwolves. I have a quick reaction, I guess, to the Game 7 that we watched after the Nuggets lost in OKC. Yeah, I mean, I think it really what stands out to that game real quick is just how dangerous this Thunder team is, because I think at one point the Nuggets were up by 15 maybe in the first quarter, and then the first half ended with the Thunder winning that half by 18 points. And I think that they went on like a 14-2 run in the last 2 minutes of the half. And then after that, I mean, the lead only got greater coming into the third quarter. So, I mean, we've seen it all year with like how dominant this Thunder team can be when they get on a roll. They're really able to separate themselves. And I think no matter which way you lean with this series, it's probably a safe bet to assume that you're going to get one of those Thunder games where they do just like hand it to their opponent. Let's look at the line real quick before I ask Simi what his lean is or if there's any value. But so to win the series, you can get the Thunder are laying or minus 375 at FanDuel, Timberwolves plus 300, and then I'll also throw in the series spread because minus 375 is definitely hella juice. But Thunder minus 1.5 on the series spread. T Wolves are at, where are they at? Or sorry, Thunder minus 1.5 is minus 162. That's what I meant to say. And then the T Wolves are plus 132 at plus 1.5. Simi, let's talk about the series spread. You see any value in the T Wolves plus 1.5, plus 132, or the Thunder minus 162?
I was gonna start with that. Jokic slander is back officially. He's on the beers now. Yeah, shout out Jay who stood by his.
I stood
slander.
by it.
I don't want to talk about that.
The Joker got rocked by 40 points in a basically unwatchable Game 7. But as far as this series goes, I think this Thunder team is kind of hard to read. I know I've seen them boom, and then I've seen them play like kind of embarrassing. Looks like they don't have a second best player type games too. So tough series to read, in my opinion. Another one with interesting matchups. Is Gobert going to be a factor in this series against
Hartenstein?
Hartenstein? Yeah. And how do the Wolves role players, McDaniels and Nickeil Alexander-Walker, match up with the Carusos, the Jalen Williams? Interesting. I'm going to watch game 1 pretty intently and try to get a read on these matchups, but no like read right off the bat. I guess I would lean Thunder just because I've seen them blow people out, but not super confident. CK, you have any thoughts?
Yeah, I do, but I want to hear what Jay thinks first, actually, before I get mine.
Dude, you guys aren't gonna like. Actually, you guys might like what I have to say about this. I think this. I would not be surprised if OKC sweeps Minnesota, and I wouldn't be surprised if the game is under, what is it, like plus 115? I think I just saw, for it to be under 5.5. Both I think are really solid bets. We saw how careless the T-Wolves can be at times, and if they're that careless with OKC and turn over the ball that much, and kind of go on some of the scoring droughts they went on that kept Golden State in some of those games, OKC is going to blow them out of the water. It's not going to be close. It's actually going to look really bad with those turnovers, and Shea and them boys are going to steamroll them. Don't see it being close. The series is not going to be close.
Well, I think if that bet cashes and this series actually ends up going under 5.5, can we at least give a little love to Joker for taking them to 7? If we see Thunder cruise 4-0. No?
No, it's a worse matchup.
Fair enough.
It's a worse matchup because like the T-Wolves are just so turnover prone, and OKC thrives off turnovers, playing out in transition. I think they're one of the like better transition teams in the league, and they're also, I think they're one all year in defense. So, I mean, it's just not a recipe for the T-Wolves to be successful when you're having a lot of turnovers and you're playing against the best defense in the league, and you're already not as deep as this Thunder team. I think in terms of guys that can be off the bench and keep the defensive energy up. So I could see it being ugly.
Yeah. No, I get that. I definitely like the Thunder to win this series. I was actually, and you guys are going to laugh, but I was looking at my typical chalky parlay of taking the Knicks and the Thunder together at plus 108. I really like that. Not sure if I'm actually going to bet it just because of how chalk did me in round 2, but definitely a possible look if you like the Knicks and you think the Thunder can get it done. But I can't lie. I do see another number out there that I might actually see some value on. I do think the Thunder win this series. I do not have a read as to when or how, because I do know when the T Wolves are on, they're really good, and I do think that they can compete with really any team. But I just saw on FanDuel, if we're looking back at the series spread, you can get the Timberwolves on 2, and you still win money
CK,
at
you
minus 170.
CK, you crashed
we lost
out.
you for a second.
You lost you for a little bit.
really?
You crashed out. Yeah. What's the
Man,
number? Go back to the number.
Oh, okay. I was going back to the series spread. Timberwolves plus 2.5 on the series spread, minus 170. I actually really like that number. I thought that, yeah, I mean, if we're getting this, minus 200 or lower, I think that's a great play. Because even though I do think the Thunder will win, I do lean more towards this actually going over the 5.5 and being a decently good series.
Oh, I don't. The style of play is not showing that, in my opinion. T-Wolves,
Yeah.
I know I hit on it, but the turnover problem is hard to look past.
Yeah,
Dude, you thought the Warriors were going to beat them a game without Steph.
They almost did. They should have. Game 3, they should have won that game. Because the T-Wolves, dude, the Warriors are like a third grade, like, girls basketball team without Steph. And I think while you guys talk, I'm going to look up what the T-Wolves average for turnovers against those clowns.
They definitely turned over the ball a lot in game 1, probably game 2.
Game 3, too, that the Warriors almost won, that they wasted all their energy in. They were up. They were up going in the fourth quarter like 5. With like 5 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, they were up 5.
Yeah,
I kind of feel like
definitely.
Gobert might eat in this series.
Who?
Gobert.
Oh, not the Frenchie.
Dude, Hartenstein's like that's a perfect matchup for Gobert.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong there.
Unless the Thunder just go small and take Gobert out of the series, basically.
I think they can play Chet on Gobert if they want to go small.
Dude, I was geeking at this video on Twitter, and it was basically Alex Caruso saving Chet's life by guarding Jokic on defense for the entire last 2 games of the series. And it's Caruso just like fronting Jokic in the post while Chet guards somebody else on the perimeter. Caruso's a dog, man. Invaluable.
Yeah, he was destroying Joker. Had like 5 turnovers on him in game 7. And Cameron over here wants to. I'm not going to say it on live, but you know.
What?
2 hands.
2 hands.
Because I like Joker.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they definitely got blown out of the water that game. It was bad. Very bad. Cool. Let's unless
play
you guys
your game.
yeah, I was gonna say, do you guys have anything else to say?
Did you find the turnovers?
I'm looking them up right now. So it was 16 in game 1, 15 in game 2. I'm on game 3 right now. Game 3, 18. And this is against like the Warriors without Steph and a depleted team. Like they're bound to have like 23 turnovers a game. Like we're looking at like 18 a game right now. It could be pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
All right.
We also need to roll. Sorry, Siko. We need to roll over a bet.
Oh yeah, we need to do our bet rollover.
Maybe tomorrow or Wednesday if we like Pacers plus 4.5. I don't know.
Wait, let's see if we can hop on a no run first inning. Just give the people what they want.
Wait, nah.
Is it not?
Let's try to do it for the conference championship starting tomorrow.
All right.
T-Wolves or Thunder. So let me talk about that game line. So game 1 line -7.5. The Thunder are laying or favored at home. Anyone have any leans or initial reactions?
Wait, you said was 7.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, brother. Give me Give me OKC minus 7.5.
I figured. I feel like the Thunder maybe covered one game all series.
Oh,
Two,
that's a good
two
point.
games.
Not many. That's another good read, Alec.
They just kept hanging that 10.5. The Thunder said, "We do not care."
Dude, but these games have a lot bigger chance of being a blowout, though, I think. The Nuggets, dude, they play conservative possession basketball with Jokic, right? Like, they're going to keep the game close as they can, hope kind of like what the Knicks do, hoping in the fourth quarter they can get a couple, right? I think with OKC and the T-Wolves, like, bro, the T-Wolves turn over the ball, like they've shown in the past, like, this thing's going to break open, especially if the Thunder are hot.
Something
I can
to
see
note,
some
though,
bigger
something
wins,
that
bigger margins
something
here.
yeah, something to note though is the T-Wolves are 30th in steals when it comes to their defensive rating. I just see that right now, which is kind of wild. So I don't know how much.
Playing against top 5 point guard in the league, though, brother.
I'm sorry, I said that completely wrong. The Thunder are 30th. Did I say the T-Wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah, you said the T-Wolves.
Is anyone getting feedback? I'm getting a lot of feedback right now.
Yeah, I'm getting an annoying sound.
Let me mute.
There it is.
Yeah, must be Simi. Did you just mute yourself, Simi?
Is it me now? I'm unmuted.
Yeah. What's that from?
I don't know.
That's
Plug in
weird.
your mic.
Oh yeah, it's probably something with the mic.
It might be the air
Plug it.
conditioning.
It's getting better.
honestly.
It was getting better.
True,
for
it's
a
probably
second.
the AC.
All right, I'm gonna mute up.
No,
unless
you're
I'm
good.
talking.
You're
No,
good now.
No, but yeah, sorry. The Thunder are 30th in the league, 30th in the league in steals.
Right. That's
Worst team in the
fine.
league. Just FYI.
But the T-Wolves are still throwing the ball to the other team.
Yeah,
It's not
I guess
like turnovers too aren't just like a live ball steal stat, right? Like turnovers are shot clock violations. They're like passing the ball out of bounds, which we saw Julius Randle do numbers of times. Jaden McDaniels like just kind of catching the ball on the baseline and stepping out of bounds. But like it's just shit that they do that is just like kind of careless. It's not necessarily like live ball turnovers, like steals that are their problem. I'm not saying that, but it's just like not getting a shot.
Yeah.
That's what a turnover is, right?
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, I'll probably lean T-Wolves plus 7.5 just because the rest advantage, even though the Thunder are a young team, that will probably be fine. But I do think that this number's too big, and especially with clearly the Thunder not caring about covering the spread. Yeah, I'll be happy just like taking the dog here and trust in that Ant comes ready to play in game 1.
Come on.
You have a lean, Simi?
Wolves were awful in game 1 against the Dubs. I wonder if they come out with like that same type of energy or try to fix it up. But that was also on their home court, so I feel like they were just a little sluggish and lazy.
Yeah.
I'd lean Wolves in game 1, and then hopefully it's not a sweat. Either they're like winning the game or they get blown out.
Yeah.
But I'll just be a spectator for both of these game 1s likely, but Pacers plus 4.5 is calling my name for sure.
Yeah. We gotta have a consensus though for the game tomorrow so that we can roll it over
Simi,
the Pacers.
don't be hidden, bro. Stand up with some conviction on your bets, brother.
I would be on the Wolves.
There you go.
Lean.
Hey, he's trying to watch game 1 and
scared of the number.
Scared.
Can we
man.
take
It's
can we
like
take
CK.
T-Wolves, Chase? Or are you locked into the Thunder?
Nah, give me Thunder minus 7.5.
All right. Well,
I didn't take it. I'm not there, bro.
all
I
right,
don't
then
trust this T-Wolves
We'll
team.
make the first bet the Pacers then.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we will.
So that sounds good. All right, let's move to my game real quick. It actually might be better for me to We'll just do it on the phone. So I sent you guys a picture.
Yeah, we can bring it up.
Can we bring it up?
I think so. Share your screen.
Yeah, let me share my screen. It'll be easier. Window.
There we go.
There we go. All right. So, in case you guys don't know, and I know that obviously you two know how much I love NBA 2K, how much I love video games as a whole, sports
Yo,
games specifically.
can you enlarge this? Sorry. No. Okay.
What do you mean?
I think you should be able to go full screen, right? With the picture. Bottom right. Bottom right corner. Bottom right corner.
Yeah, but it's like kind of my like. Is that better?
Yeah, it's
you can
better.
see it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All right. You guys know how much I love NBA 2K. And I think this will be fun, especially because I know you guys don't actually, at least that I know of, don't hop on it too much. But what we're going to be doing today is guessing the team based on NBA 2K overall rating. So I'm sure you guys know how the rating system works. You guys are familiar with FIFA, Madden, 2K, all similar. So I've got the starting five up right now for a singular team in the NBA. And your guys' goal is going to be to guess the team. This is going to be a collaborative effort, though. This isn't going to be a rotating 3-strike effort. But I want for you guys to try to guess based on these overall ratings what team this could be. Anyone come to mind immediately?
Are these playoff teams or any of the 32?
Any of the 30.
Or 30, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So we got a decent point guard and a decent center and a decent shooting guard. Alec, are anything coming to your dome? Dude, shooting guard is throwing me off.
It's a cracked point guard, like Brunson.
Yeah, we got to think of a good point guard. Like, all right, let's just think of the top point guards in the league. Let's go, Steph, Brunson, Shea. Oh no, you got Cade Cunningham. Could this be the Pistons?
That's a good guess, but it is not the Pistons. I'm going to give you guys 2 more strikes.
I'm thinking Hawks, but I don't know who the Hawks have at their 2.
Dyson Daniels.
Yes. See, no way. Not
and who's their
Charlotte.
center?
Capella, but I don't think he's an 84. You got Charlotte. You got the Heat. I thought maybe the Heat with Bam and Tyler Hero, but I don't see Tyler Hero being over Bam, and I don't know who their shooting guard would be. That's 85. I don't think this is Cleveland, right? No way.
Nah. Mobley's better than one.
And like point guard would be Garland and shooting guard would be Mitchell, who I would think would be higher. Not the Suns, right? This is a solid team though in the league. Let's think of like they have to be solid. Is this a playoff team? Will you answer us that?
I'll give you that answer last. I'm gonna give you the conference. How about that first?
Okay.
Actually, it doesn't matter because it's pretty much equal the amount of teams that make the playoffs and conference. Yes, this is a playoff team.
Okay.
Or a team that did make the playoffs.
Team that made the playoffs. No way the Bulls, right?
Give a guess, and then if you miss it, you'll have 1 more strike, and I'll give you the conference.
Okay. So he made the playoffs. Dang, Alec, what is that really your AC?
Turn your mic. Turn your mic like that it's sitting on, maybe. No, it's not.
What do you mean?
I was trying to see where is it.
Yeah, that's annoying. I think so, yeah.
Oh, true. You're good then. Don't worry.
Sounds like a factory.
Bringing manufacturing back to America, baby. Come on.
Pacers, CK.
That's a good guess. No, that's wrong. So one more guess. I want you guys to get this, man. Western Conference playoff team. West. Or I'm sorry. Shoot, I messed up. It's not the West. It's Eastern. It's East. And we have to keep an open mind here. It's a play-in. It could be a play-in team.
Right. Dude, I swear if this is the freaking Hawks.
It's not for sure a play-in team, but they made the play-in or playoffs, we'll say.
It's not the Heat. It's not the Hawks. It could be the Hawks. I don't know. Trae Young at 91 seems outlandish to me. Let's go over the teams that made the playoffs in the East, Alec. You got Pacers, Cavs, Orlando, Knicks, Bucks. Oh, no Bucks. Did I say Heat already? Yeah. Who else was in the play-in? Hawks,
Bulls, Heat,
Magic.
I already said Magic. There's no way who's the point guard for the Magic? He's not 91. Jalen Suggs.
All right, you guys have a final guess?
Want to guess Hawks? That seems like 91. Trae Young. I mean, could it be the Knicks?
Hawks or Knicks?
Let's go Knicks.
Choose one. You guys go Knicks, official or Hawks? Knicks?
Knicks, official.
You are not correct. This is actually the Atlanta Hawks, which is crazy. But so we've got Trae Young.
I was sharp.
Yeah, we've got Trae Young, 91 overall. We've got Dyson Daniel, who is actually one of the best. Like, he gets obviously a lot of his rating from his defense. I'm pretty sure he led the league in steals, but he's a great perimeter defender. And then we got Ricochet. I don't even know how to say his name. The rookie at an 81. We've got
Dyson Daniels is an 85.
Wait a second. Yeah, this doesn't look right. Wait, no, yeah, that's not right. That's not right. Who is this team, bro? Who is this team? This is not the Hawks. Is it the Hawks? Wait.
Bro. You're jammed.
Boys jammed. We might have to move to the next one.
This is typical CK stuff, right? He makes us feel like idiots, and then his whole
really messing with you.
If you guys want to know CK in a nutshell, this is this.
Yeah, that was messed up. Oh man. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure that's the Hawks, but I don't think that those ratings. So Trae Young is a 91. Dyson Daniels is an 85, so that was correct. Okongwu is their center actually, and he's an 84. Ricochet is an 81. All right, so it's actually kind of right, except for the power forward. The power forward's actually an 85, and that's Jalen Johnson. But
dude, what happened to 2K ratings? Why are they like overvaluing these guys so high?
Yeah, I know, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that was a hard one though. Hopefully, because it is 2K. Jess is like, okay. Wait, I do have one more real quick. This one will be much quicker. This one will not be that hard. It's not related to 2K, so it'll be hopefully a little more fun. I'm gonna share my screen one more time real quick. So same exact concept, except we are doing team stats. So this is going to be points per game, singular NBA team. I actually know the team, and I can assure you that the stats here are correct. So there will be no tomfoolery.
All right, we'll see. Ooh. 22.8. He has a good lead point guard scoring with a okay shooting guard, I guess. That's lower. So Cameron, can you answer me this? How does injuries play into effect?
Yeah, so that's a great question because for this team specifically, I actually had, and maybe I'll give you this hint, but I actually had a hard time with one position figuring out who it would be. But what I did was I took essentially their average. I took the top 5 average minutes per game lineup in a way,
Okay.
or games started. So this is, yeah, there is one position here that was kind of fluid, and it's pretty obvious. It's the one with the lower point per game.
Right. Right.
So that position's kind of fluid for them, but the rest were pretty bona fide. And
I got you.
see, yeah.
Oh man. So I think Devin Booker was one of what? Go ahead.
I was gonna say you guys, you can throw anyone out if you want, and then we give 3 guesses.
I know we're thinking through this, brother. This isn't just we only have 3 guesses, man. You gotta let us brainstorm over here. Meeting of the minds. Alec, who do you think it is?
I thought about the Thunder, but I don't think that matches up.
No, I don't think so. I thought about, dude, the thing that this could be like the Pistons, right? Like, I mean, Tim Hardaway, but who's a small forward and power forward? Tobias Harris, did he really average 21.8?
Thompson and Harris.
Yeah,
West or East, CK?
He's not going to give it to us yet.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you guys one hint whenever you're ready. You can guess the team first, though. So you can ask playoff team, West, East, something like that. Which one do you want?
Right now?
Conference. Yeah, if you want.
Conference.
All right. Conference is going to be West. That's the only clue you're going to be getting on this one.
Kings.
No, strike one.
He said no. Oh man. I know Steph was at like 24, I think, this year. And none of those make sense for the. All right, we got to think of good wings in the West, right? What are teams with good wings in the West, Alec? We got. You're muted, brother.
That's a cracked power forward too.
Yeah. Oh, I'm stumped here. There's no way. No Portland. Houston Rockets. No. Amen Thompson didn't average that much. He's a small forward. OKC. No. Shea averaged more. Let's just go in order. Not the Nuggets. Oh. Norman Powell, I think, averaged more for not the Clippers, right? Zubac, Kawhi, and then who's the power forward for the Clippers? Do you know, Alec?
It's Norman Powell, James Harden, Kawhi, Zubac, and who?
CK, do you know? Can you at least give us that?
Who the 5 is for the Clippers?
Yeah.
Are you guessing the Clippers?
Who the 4 is?
Who's the 4 for the Clippers?
The 4 for the Clippers is Kawhi Leonard.
Who's the 5? Or who's the 3?
Norman Powell.
Who's the 2?
Bogdanovich. Or Chris
Dunn. Give us the Clippers here then.
Ding ding ding! You're right. There you go. Los Angeles Clippers. That was much better. But yeah, no. So I was torn up about either Chris Dunn or Bogdanovich. I don't know who played more, but yeah, Kawhi more so played the that 4 position this season, which was kind of interesting. That one wasn't too hard, right, Jess?
No, that was a good game. I liked it.
That was a good one.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I think it's much harder, I'm sure, when you're on your end of things. I feel like I could have gotten it quicker, but that's probably because I made the game.
Bruh. Well, sense. You probably could. You play 2K. I haven't owned a game system my entire life.
Yeah, I was going to say maybe because I've played 2K. I need to get you on that 2K. But wait, actually, I do have one more quick one. This one is not IG or stats, or sorry, not
Let's run
2K
it.
or stats, but it is IG. That's what I was gonna say. So this is gonna be IG followers. I'm gonna give you the IG followers for the starting five, and then you're gonna give me the team. And I am sharing right now. This one might be the easiest. I know it might sound hard because it's a little obscure, but there we go. Should be sharing now. I do think that this one could be easier. Let me make this full screen.
9.7 million followers. That's pretty good. And then everyone else around you's kind of bummy. CK, is that 585,000 for the power forward?
Yeah, that's 585,000. This is right. So the second most is the power forward, and then the least is their small forward.
Point guard's number one. Dude,
Small forward's a rook or doesn't use Instagram.
Dude, this has to be like Charlotte, right? Like,
It is not the Charlotte Hornets.
Dude, 9.7 mil's pretty cracked. I feel like LaMelo Ball only has like 3.
yeah, but you would think Jimmy Butler has more than 56, right?
How many does Steph have, bruh?
I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up. Oh, dude. So it's a point guard. It's a cracked point guard, which takes away.
I'll give you guys one hint. So that small forward is actually a rookie. Someone said that, but he is a rookie.
That doesn't help us as much as you think it sounds like it does.
No, I know, but also he's a guy that I wouldn't say was in the starting five for the entire year, but there were games I would say, but he was probably one of the more primary starters for this team. But everyone else is pretty bona fide.
So think of rookies that started at the small forward position, Alec. Because we're just so versed on starting rookies for probably a non-playoff team. This is gonna be like Portland Trailblazers. No, just kidding. 9.7. The Spurs, De'Aaron Fox. This isn't a guess. I'm bouncing ideas off my partner over here. No one. The Lakers will all have more. I think Clippers would all have more. I think Houston doesn't make sense, right? I think Chet. He's a and they don't have a. I don't think there's a rookie starting small forward. The Spurs? Could it be the Spurs?
Spurs point guard is who? Swipa?
De'Aaron Fox.
Why
in hell would he have 10 million?
Simeon, you should get this, man.
I don't know.
Jason
no clue.
Jace thinks that
Is
De'Aaron
10 mil
Fox
a lot?
has.
Is
Jace
10
thinks
mil a
that,
lot?
bro. That's like
a lot.
Jay. You think that De'Aaron Fox has 100 times more Instagram followers than Wemby?
Dude, this is
How many does Wemby have?
Jace, put down your phone. Put down your phone right now.
This is SGA type
Jace,
of war
put down your phone.
At point guard.
I don't.
No, you're good. So I'll give you guys a hint. And Justin's gonna be pissed because this is not much of a hint. But so that rookie, he went to, he played in the conference that he played in was the WCC for college.
Bro, what the hell is this?
The West Coast Conference.
I know. I
Right,
got you, brother.
Just FYI. I don't know if that helps, but
West Coast Conference. Can you tell us? West Coast Conference. Is that the league with Gonzaga, right?
St. Mary's.
I actually don't know if that's the league. Yeah, it is actually.
So you had to go to Gonzaga.
And I'll give you one more hint just to help move this along.
Yeah.
This team did make the playoffs or play in. So they either played in the play in and won or made the playoffs. But yeah, they were a playoff team or a postseason team.
I feel like Ja Morant could have a lot of IG followers.
Guess it. Grizzlies.
Yep, Grizzlies is right. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. It's not that hard. So yeah, we got Ja Morant, we got Desmond Bane with 249K. Jalen Wells was the rookie that I went with at the small forward. Then you've got Jaren Jackson, pretty decent following, and then Zach Edey at the center. So I guess they had 2 rookies technically in that lineup.
Yeah, bro, you're no help. Come on.
All right, yeah. I feel like that game pissed you off. All right, no more games from me for the rest of the day, but we will be back. So you guys better brush up on your 2K and IG followers. That's all I'm saying.
I'll lock in. I'll be sure to go buy an Xbox here immediately after this.
Deal. Jay, you want to talk about Travis Hunter, man?
Yeah, man. Did you guys happen to see that video of him trying to catch those sticks? I know it's like a viral thing that's going around right now of him. Did y'all catch that video?
Yeah, I clocked that this weekend.
Yeah, I saw it on X.
Dude, is the hype around Travis Hunter a little premature? Like, is he a possible bust? Like, his hands looked very bad. I don't know. I immediately thought, like, this does not look good for a wide receiver. Luckily, he has a position that he can play on the other side of the ball, corner, that he seems pretty well versed in. But I don't know. I don't know what your guys' reactions are with the videos kind of circulating around their camp that they have going on right now.
My initial question would be, is that the only video you saw? Because I know there were more than one.
No, I saw the other videos, him like catching the ball with like his chest.
Okay, gotcha.
And then like just poor route running.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I'm not too concerned about the stick catching video. I don't think that's necessarily testing your hands as much as reaction time. Not saying that reaction time is not important, but yeah, I mean, clearly he struggled with his reaction time during that exercise, probably not taking it super serious. But one thing we do know about Travis Hunter, and I can attest to this too, just because like playing with certain guys in football and from playing football in college, especially, there's certain guys, and it could be the same case for you, Jess, that you've seen on the basketball court. I don't know how it rolls over, but there's just certain guys that are gamers. And when I think about Travis Hunter, he's a gamer. I don't picture him necessarily being like a big weight room guy or like even really like an athletic freak in the sense of like, you know, he's going to run a 40 at like a 4.2 or anything crazy. But I do think that he knows how to make plays. He has great instincts in game. And he's going to be a guy that's going to impact the game that way. So that'd be my take on it.
No, yeah, it's super weird. Like I've seen him hoop and like he looks like a really fluid athlete and passes the eye test. But then it's like I saw that video and I was just like, what is going on, man? Like why, like what is up with your reaction time? Like I feel like it just didn't correlate. I was very thrown off.
Yeah, I think the more concerning part amongst the 2 videos was the one where he was catching balls. I think that it wasn't even really his catching. Like, yeah, you shouldn't catch with your chest. That's basic day one stuff. But more so even just his route running. It just didn't look as smooth as you want to see. But I'm going to try not to overreact.
What about you, Alec?
Yeah, I don't want to overreact too much to that either. I feel like some of those Twitter videos are just like clickbait type stuff, but yeah, the route running was kind of a concern. He was running like a 10-yard stick route, like you were saying, and just looked kind of awkward on his feet. But yeah, to CK's point, he's a gamer, and I mean, I think his hands are his best weapon. He's definitely a big catch guy, climb the ladder in the end zone guy. And yeah, I'm not worried about that video. I'm actually thinking about drafting Travi in Dynasty Fantasy.
Staying away. Stay far away.
I know we're going to have a lot of fantasy talks, but
dude, I can't wait to get into the fantasy talk.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that shakes out. Do you guys have anything else for this episode? I'm trying to think.
Dude, Memorial Day this weekend. Do you guys
weekend, bro?
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It is this weekend. CK, lock in, bro.
CK, what?
Wait, what? No,
you're
it's
off
not.
Monday. You're off work Monday, brother.
Oh, I thought Wait.
Dude, this is
No. Wait,
Cameron,
I
you're
thought it's
gonna look
usually the
really
weekend of
dumb.
the
We are
31st.
live right now,
It's
brother.
the
live.
weekend of the 31st, right?
It's this weekend.
Why is
you're
it
off
not?
on
Isn't it
Monday.
usually the 31st though? Like I thought it's the
It
last
usually
weekend
is.
of
You're
May.
you're
It
right on
usually
that.
is. You're right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Then I'm definitely cooked.
But it
I
is this
definitely
weekend.
thought. Yeah. Well, I sent you guys the funny flyer they had in my apartment complex elevator, and they always have that pool party. I know on Memorial Day weekend, and they're having it on the 31st. That's why I was convinced. So
Well,
it's my bad.
glad to bring Cameron to reality. Memorial Day is this weekend. I say we do a quick 3-round draft of the best Memorial Day foods.
Let's do it.
Let's do
All
it.
three of
Alec?
us, right?
Yeah, all three of us. Alec, you start.
Could this be any food, like a main, a side?
Any food.
Not
What are you
drinks,
bringing to
right?
the cookout? You're black. What are you bringing to the cookout, brother? Come on.
Not drinks, right?
No. Well, could be drinks.
Now let's keep it food.
Food.
Watermelon.
Okay.
Not for real.
Nah, you got to say with a serious face, man.
No, I'm 100% serious.
All right. Watermelon's gone. I'm cooked. All right, go ahead, Jace.
Crawfish. I love a good crawfish boil for Memorial Day. But
Oh man, I can't believe it fell to me. Give me the cheeseburger, I should say. The cheeseburger, man. How can you go wrong with a burger on Memorial Day? So that's definitely me.
I'll take a glizzy next.
all right. That's pretty standard, I guess, but nothing wrong with a glizzy, I reckon. Shoot, that came back around quick. I'll go with mac and cheese, man. Done the right way with some breadcrumbs. Maybe that's a white person thing. I don't know. Do y'all have breadcrumbs in your mac and cheese? Is that culture?
Confirmed fire.
Yeah, I haven't touched the breadcrumbs, but dang, those are actually two good picks. I was feeling good after that first round, but let me get baked beans for my second pick. Yes, sir. Last round.
Barbecue, maybe a pulled pork.
Yeah,
That sounds fire.
that does sound crack. Oh man, last pick for me. I got crawfish. I got mac and cheese, and then I'm gonna do. You gotta have a good dessert. I'm gonna do a pecan pie to top it off.
Dude, you just got a crazy southern accent for that.
You mean pecan?
Pecan.
Pecan. Pecan pie.
We're keeping it very
That's not
southern
bad.
here.
Yeah, well, my last pick was going to be even more southern. Give me some New Orleans special Gator gumbo. No, I'm just playing.
Zion's favorite, baby.
Zion's
Yeah.
favorite.
The Zion special Gator gumbo. Cool. No, that was fun. Thanks. I'm
Was
just
that
glad we did
actually-
this.
Is that actually what you're bringing?
Yeah, Gator gumbo.
All right, cool. And then make sure we all, bring that gas X, man. We're gonna be needed after. Be farting up a storm.
Gas X. Yeah. Well, I'm just glad that we did this podcast today because I learned that Memorial Day weekend is this weekend. So I appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, bro. Well, anyway, this is clearly black and white takes. We got the watermelon, we got the breadcrumb mac and cheese. We got all the goods. So if you liked our video, be sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, man, as always, we're here every Monday, Wednesday, and sometimes on Friday. But yeah, man, that's it for tonight. We are out. You guys got anything to say?
Nah, man, you wrapped it.